Without a doubt, the first part of Stranger Things Season 4 delivered, and we're here for more. With the second part set to debut in a few weeks, fans have been feeling the hype now more than ever. So, for today's episode, we'll be letting you in on Stranger Things Season 4, which includes everything we know about Hopper's return, new characters, and more. So keep on watching if you don't want to miss out. First up, the Stranger Things cast members tease on what's to come for the rest of Season 4, even calling it the scariest season. Actor Gaten Matarazzo, who plays Dustin Henderson, revealed in an interview that out of all of the seasons, the current one is the scariest so far, which is exactly why he loves it, because it's fun to film, he told US Weekly in an exclusive interview back in January 2021. The popular Netflix series is set in the 1980s in Hawkins, Indiana, and explores many supernatural happenings that occur in the town. Millie Bobby Brown, Finn Wolfhard, Caleb McLaughlin, Noah Schnapp, Winona Ryder, David Harbour, and others star in the series. Following the Season 3 conclusion in July 2019, one of the greatest questions was if David Harbour's Jim Hopper was indeed dead. The answer was revealed in the first Season 4 teaser, which was released in February 2020, and depicted Hopper in Russia after he appeared to vanish in a mystery contraption. As for Matarazzo, he wasn't that surprised to know that Hopper's story will continue this season, saying that most of the cast had a pretty good idea that he might be making a return, but they weren't too sure about it from the beginning. It looks like the end is near, since the series creators are now working on the finishing touches for the series. On the other hand, showrunners Matt and Ross Duffer confirmed his return at a later interview and explained that it's not all good news for our American. He is imprisoned far from home in the snowy wasteland of Kamchatka, where he will face dangers, both human and other. In terms of whether viewers should prepare to say farewell to the series, which debuted in 2016, it appears that there is still more to be said. The pandemic has allowed them time to look ahead and determine what is ideal for the show, and now they're starting to fill it out, according to Ross Duffer, who told The Hollywood Reporter in August 2020 that it has given them a better understanding of how long they need to tell that tale. As exciting to hear all this news is, several cast members couldn't help but express their worries about how Season 4 will be received by its viewers since the show has taken a darker turn. Joseph Quinn, who plays newcomer Eddie, told E! that he expected the series to tone down and he didn't think they'd commit to all the gruesomeness depicted on the page, adding that they don't care about young kids at all. Joe Keery, who plays fan favorite Steve Harrington, echoed similar sentiments. Kids will be scared. Kids will have nightmares. If I was a kid and I was watching this, it would be disturbing, Keery said in the same interview, while Maya Hawke added that the bone-breaking part was the least of her favorites to watch in the series. Stranger Things' upcoming season appears to be darker than ever in fresh photographs released by Netflix in March 2022. Fans get a first look at the Creel house, as well as Robin and Nancy's unexpected friendship, Joyce and Murray's search for Hopper, and more. Now, as for Jim Hopper, we finally get a glimpse of his mysterious past. Season 4's debut trailer, titled From Russia with Love, gave fans a glimpse of where Hopper ended up. The former Hawkins police chief, who returned with his head shorn, appeared to be trapped in snowy Russia. During his interview at Liverpool Comic-Con in 2019, Harbour said that there will be a big, huge reveal about Hopper's backstory, and that Season 4 will certainly be a lot scarier than preceding years. Actor Caleb McLaughlin, who plays Lucas Sinclair, also expressed his excitement for this season when he told Complex in an interview back in July 2021 to expect the unexpected. He goes on to say that because of COVID, they've been filming it for the past year and a half, 2 years, and that he's very happy for everyone to see the season, since it's certainly different from the last couple of seasons. McLaughlin went on to say that the plot lines are wild and that no one knows what is to come. With the cast getting older as the story progressed, the creators went all out in putting their characters in darker situations. The Duffer brothers aren't shying away from putting their characters in harsher situations now that the ensemble cast has grown older. In April 2022, Ross informed Entertainment Weekly that they believed this would be a good year to cast the ensemble in a Nightmare on Elm Street style horror film. Game of Thrones was also mentioned, both because the action in Season 4 is more intense and because the show's geographical breadth has grown significantly. You get to see Eleven in the darkest state she's ever been, Millie Bobby Brown said of her arc. This has definitely been the hardest season I've ever filmed. There have been some of the scariest things that I've ever seen as a human, which you guys will get to see for sure. And speaking of Eleven, her origins are finally tackled this season. Brown predicted that the final episodes would feature lots of answers, lots of sobbing, and lots of laughing during an interview on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon in May 2022. She went on to explain that it's the beginning of the end, and that they need to go into Eleven's past and how she came to be who she is with the people around her, as well as how she gained autonomy and became this woman on her own, and that this season's storyline delves deep into that. But why did Stranger Things Season 4 get split into 2 parts anyway? After the release of Volume 1, the Duffer Brothers explained why Season 4 was broken into 2 parts. The original goal, they stated in a May 2022 interview with Variety, was to release it all at once again, but as they started releasing episodes, it became clear that the season was too long to be broadcast in one go. At roughly 13 hours, it's more like 2 seasons than 1. They noted that Episode 7 is as massive as any season finale they've ever had, thus splitting the season there made sense to everyone involved. They went on to say that Episode 7 is essentially the end of the second act, and that their final act has enough meat on the bone to fill Volume 2. The writing duo stated at the time that they did not expect the wait for Season 5 to be this long. Season 4 was always meant to be the penultimate season, and its conclusion would flow seamlessly into Season 5. They outlined Season 5 and offered it to Netflix during the 6-month pandemic pause. Although the duo isn't promising anything just yet, the gap should be much less this time because they already have the first sketch and don't expect another 6-month forced absence. So, will there be character deaths in Part 2? No one knows, but we do know no one is safe. Ross Duffer didn't go into detail, but he did state that he would be concerned about the characters in Volume 2, and that he hopes that this is the case because it is a darker season and the kids are no longer children. He also stated that everyone is in danger and that there is a looming sense that things will not go well. And if anything, they do regret a certain character's death this season. The Duffer Brothers said in a June 2022 interview that the chemistry between Chrissy and Eddie later prompted them to rethink her death scene. Matt Duffer explained in an interview with TVLine.com that they always have those moments of remorse and that they shot the drug trade scene in the woods late in the production before praising Joseph Quinn and Grace Van Dien for their on-screen chemistry. It was one of those fortunate sequences where they were able to have 2 cameras rolling at the same time, recording Quinn doing a lot of stuff spontaneously and getting these fantastic reactions from Van Dien, according to Matt Duffer. With all the hype for Stranger Things Season 4 Part 2, the Duffers tell fans to brace themselves for an emotional finale. The Duffer Brothers claimed that Volume 2 of the show's 4th season has a little bit of everything in a June 2022 interview with TV Line, but warned that it would be very emotional while also having the most action and spectacle they've ever had. Quinn's portrayal of the final 2 episodes as a mad symphony of chaos was eloquent and insightful, the brothers continued, but things will feel like a blockbuster spectacle. Netflix released a preview of the 4th season's 2nd episode, foreshadowing a battle between Eleven and Vecna. "It's over, Eleven. You have freed me. You can't stop this now," the season's newest villain declares in the June 2022 trailer. Following his escape from a Russian work camp, Hopper assisted Murray and Joyce in the trailer. After Nancy's fall under Vecna's curse in Volume 1, Robin and Steve are seen with her. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.